Chivy here for the Palace preview. The Michael Carrick hype train keeps rolling on. I fucked up that intro. I'm not doing it again, no. Yeah. We're seven games.
I love
7
that.
games unbeaten. 6 wins, 1 draw. Survived a bit of a horrible night in Everton, but we got the win. We're in the mix for top 4. Champions League football is still on the cards. This is kind of a massive game. Like, this is the kind of game we normally screw up. So yeah, Crystal Palace at Old Trafford, Chivy. Just to touch on that Everton game, because obviously you weren't on the review and stuff. What was your thoughts on it? How did you sort of feel watching that game?
It actually was one of my favorite games to watch. I know that sounds crazy.
Interesting.
But it was actually one of my favorite games to watch because that was the sort of game where we would normally lose or we would drop points. It's away at Everton. I know it's not Goodison, but it's the Hill Dixon Stadium's like a new stadium sort of thing. And that's just typical Man United. Well, not typical, but like in the past couple of years. And of course, under Amorim and what we've had recently, that is the kind of game that I would have expected us to drop points and to lose. And Everton came to fight. They came for a scrap. They didn't come to play football. They just came to make it scrappy, to get us off our game. And they succeeded in making it scrappy. But what I was really impressed with was with the way we just constantly didn't get sucked into the whole scrappiness of it. Like we controlled the ball well, we moved it around well. They did a really good job in stopping us getting the ball to the final third, to the players, to like our attacking players. So if you notice, like the first half, a lot of our attacking players didn't really get on the ball. It was mainly in the midfield. There was a time where Harry Maguire actually pushed right up to almost left back, right, just to progress the ball forward. And they were doing really well as far as defending and being scrappy. But it was one of those games where it was also a mental thing where it kind of looked like we kept our cool, kept our composure. They tried to make it chaotic, and at times they succeeded in doing that. But then most of the time we kind of rose above it. And I love the way we move the ball around. Like we move it, we're very judicious with the ball, and we really missed Lisandro in this game.
Yes,
like, this is a game that we would have really, really had done with his ability on the ball, his press resistance, And if you notice, like Everton, they didn't really have much going forward, like not a lot. So they just tried to frustrate us, and I was really happy. I was really, really impressed with the way we managed it because it's one thing to turn up against Arsenal and Man City where you don't need that much motivation to do that. You're running off adrenaline. Yeah. It's a high-paced game. It's back and forth. The spacing behind to exploit, that sort of thing. It's easy to get up for that sort of game. Kickoff. It's half 4 kickoff. 12 o'clock kickoff sort of thing. This is a Monday night in Everton, in Liverpool. Yeah. Like it's very unfriendly territory, and I'm really, really pleased with the way we handled it. And it was only going to go one way. We were going to score one way or another. Yep. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Yeah, you probably
for some parts. Some parts of it was.
I was going to say you won a few.
In the second half, I was like, "What is going on?" Like I started freaking out because there was a period where we just couldn't get it together. Like I don't know.
Yeah, there was sloppy passing, wasn't there?
There was a period, where we just kind of. But in the first half, and the way we, we just had to keep it, keep our composure. Yeah, so I was pleased with that.
One of the highlights I want to touch on, San Lamons. I thought he was excellent against Everton. Yeah, what signing he's been so far, like calmness, composure, does his job, doesn't do anything stupid. £18 million from Antwerp. And yeah, they tried to rattle him like on corners, especially. They were blocking him in, they were throwing elbows, endless. I think they had like 10 corners to one of ours. I think that was
insane.
It. And he kind of just laughed it off like he's 23, catching everything. Even I think Van der Sar praised him after the game as well, which is like, you've got that. How impressed have you been with Le Mans this season? Like, how important is it to finally have a goalkeeper who's actually like calm, composed, and you don't have to worry? Because even when those multiple corners are going in and they're trying to block him in, he got to everything, he caught it, he was just unstoppable. Like for me, he was man of the match. Like he was fantastic.
He was immense in that game. There's certain players that I've been very cautious about jumping on the hype train for, and thankfully they've actually proved their worth. Like him and Aiden Heaven have been very cautious in the way I was,
Yep.
praising them. But I saw an interview with Lamans. I don't know, it might have been a month ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Yep.
Where he was asked about the numbers on his gloves. He has number 8 and number 24 on
Yes.
his gloves, and he was asked about it, and he said that is basically a homage to Kobe Bryant and the Mamba mentality.
Yes.
And he helps him remember that every time. So he has it on his gloves. So he's always in the zone when he's there. And for me, that really struck me. Like, do you remember with Onana? It was always I like the way Onana used to talk. Like he had that character about him, but then he always made it a little bit more than just, it was more than just. He drew attention to himself all the time.
Yeah.
With Onana.
Yeah.
Right, by just saying stuff. But then I was so impressed with Lamens just being the sort of character that just zones in. And at first it was like, okay, he's making saves, but is that because we've just had really shit goalkeepers and we have just a regular goalkeeper now?
Sure.
But then this is where I was like, okay.
They put it on him, didn't they? They proper put it on him.
He's going to the World Cup. I promise you that. Like Belgium, I promise you, like that game yesterday was his stake in the hat for the Belgian national team. I promise you. He probably won't start. He might go as number 3 goalkeeper.
Yeah, because you got Courtois, haven't you? So he's not going to start with.
Yeah, of course not. Of course, yeah, Courtois is there. Like, and then you've got some other guys, Mignolet and all those other people. But he's making a case for himself. And the way he handled it, they could have had 20 penalty corner kicks, and Lamens would have dealt with every one of them.
Yeah.
And I remember I felt really bad for him when he conceded against West Ham because he did everything correctly. The ball just went under the foot.
Yeah.
Under his foot,
because you know how they,
you know how they block it with the legs. So he covered it perfectly, but the ball just went under the foot. And I felt really bad for him for that. But he's been amazing. And if you didn't mention it now, I'd completely forgotten that we bought him for 18 million. Like,
yeah, mad, isn't it?
That's
18 million pounds. Like it's just I know a lot of people have problems with Ineos and stuff like that, but the recruitment for like bargains like that, Aiden Heaven, Son Lamons, Mazraoui has been excellent. Like really good prices, and they've been top quality players. So you can't sort of bear with that. But let's switch to the other end of the pitch because I feel like Michael Carrick's got a bit of a headache. Benjamin Šeško. We were struggling to break down Everton at times, trying to score that goal. Benjamin Šeško comes on 58th minute. 14 minutes later, scores the winner in a fantastic goal. The front three all playing together. Cunha with a great pass in Mbeumo into him, and then Šeško puts it away. If you're Michael Carrick, are you starting Šeško from the start against Palace, or is he making a rod through his own back, kind of like a Solskjaer, where he's so integral coming off the bench and getting important goals that you kind of keep him in that position?
I mean, if I'm Carrick, like it depends. If he starts, if he doesn't start, it doesn't really bother me. I think for me, it has to be based on the tactics. Like, we can't get carried away because he keeps going out. It doesn't mean he just has to start. Like, what happens if he starts and then we don't score? And then what happens? I think there's many reasons why. And I remember Nick put in the group chat about Everton not being good with corners or crosses, and which is fine. That's a really good. I get that. But then sometimes, some of the so if you look at the attackers now, I'll give a typical example. Our front three do a lot more defensively than we actually think. Like they really help the shape. So when we played West Ham, right, and if you remember when Callum Wilson gets that fast break and Euro is the only one running back.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Yeah. When you get the counter attack, Euro's running back. Now, a lot of people didn't notice this, but Adama Traore is racing down behind Euro, next to Euro. And who's next to him? Mbeumo, like chasing him down, like he keeps pace. So they add a lot more to the team as far as like the shape and defensively. They do a lot. Like Mbeumo, I don't know. I'm not really into stats and all that, so I don't know what his running stats are. But in that game, he did a lot of running. Ahmad as well. When they do the double team stuff. So I understand where Carrick. I can understand if Carrick starts Ahmad and Mbeumo just because of the work rate, keeping the shape, defensively helping. We're away from home, so I get that. However, if he goes with the same lineup, I'm not mad because if you think about it, like Benjamin Šeško is a presence. Like he's an immense presence. I've already started realizing how he's another one where I wasn't too sure on. Like I wasn't sold on Šeško. You guys know I made it very clear. I was like, I don't know, especially on that Amarim, and but the way we use him now, like he's an immense presence there. And if you're a defender, you've been playing for 70 minutes, and Šeško comes on, bro, like the impact.
Yeah, you're not looking forward to it as a defender.
You're not looking forward. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to see. Somebody with that, because not only is he a physical presence, it means he occupies the space at the back of your mind. You're constantly, where is he? Where is he? He takes. If all you've got is Mbeumo, like 5'7" in Mbeumo. So I could see him. He's right there. He's right there. But then someone like Šeško,
he's quick as well. Have you see the run quick, that he made when he was like, fucking hell. I didn't know he had that in him.
But then, so that even supports the point even more because Tarkowski, first of all, isn't the quickest.
Oh.
And he's been playing for like over an hour. Like, come on. Like, there's no way. So there's an element to him coming on. I think he has even a bigger impact coming on. If you're a defender, and you see Šeško coming on after 70 minutes, and you're like, man, I thought it was a long day. This is going to be a long day. Like, that's going to be that's going to be a tiring 20 minutes. Like, so I don't mind that. I don't mind. And he's come on and scored every time. So why not?
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to start.
No.
Like if it's a tactical thing.
If he keeps scoring,
Perfect. Yeah.
That's what you want. Let's move on to Palace because they're in a bit of a, I don't know if you say crisis, but it's not going well at Palace at the minute. Obviously, it's sold Gahey in January. Eze went in the summer. Mateta tried to leave in the January window. Glasner's basically fallen out with the board and the fans, it seems, and he's leaving in the summer. So, it's a bit of a mess at the minute. Fans are holding banners saying Glasner finished. There's a lot of sort of chaos and stuff like that. Are you a bit worried with this? Because looking at it from the outside, we're in good form, we're on a good run, it's positive vibes. They're in the bit of a free fall and stuff like that. Is this the obvious sort of banana skin where we're like, we cannot underestimate them? It's a bit like an animal in the corner where they might sort of spring a surprise on us and we've got to be careful. Or are you like, no, this is a team we should be beating right now?
No. You can't underestimate Palace. I think Munoz is back, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
Munoz is back. Strand Larsen scored 2 goals on his debut.
Yeah, he did.
They still have Yeremi Pino. They still have Ismail Assar. They've got Will Hughes and Adam Wharton.
Yep.
Adam Wharton gave a beautiful floated pass for Strand Larsen's first goal. Like that was sick.
That's what he's all about, though, isn't he? That's what he's about.
They've got ballers. Like they can still do damage, and they've won 2 of their last 3. So it's not like they're in free fall. I know they've lost. I think they've like lost the game. The last 5 is like lost 2, won 2, drawn 1, or something crazy, right? So it's not on paper. It's not really a crisis.
No, I meant more off the pitch rather than.
No. I know what you mean. Yeah. No, absolutely, and I agree with you. I'm just saying, the idea off the pitch, it kind of paints a picture like, okay, this might be people aren't really concerned anymore, sort of thing. But I think they're still dangerous. I think we shouldn't sleep on them.
Yep.
I think, the only thing is I have full confidence in our squad. Like, it's going to be harder. It's going to be harder for them to score, and we will score. This is we've scored in every game that Carrick has managed.
Yep.
Like, we will score. We have clutch players to come through for the squad, but we just can't take them for granted. Absolutely. There are deficiencies in their team. They managed to They could have lost to Wolves, right?
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Yeah. Wolves missed the penalty and they had a man sent off.
Yep.
And Palace only scored in like the 90th minute or something. So it was close. They gave up a 2-0 lead against Burnley. Burnley came back from 2-0 down and beat them at home. So there are deficiencies in their squad, but I've never really believed in the 3-5-2 system. I think, obviously, for obvious reasons, the 3 at the back system, and with the way we play, I think we can hurt them. I think we can, but I'm not. This is one that this one scares me.
Yeah, no, Palace are always a bit of not a red herring, but they're always a bit of a sort of dangerous team for us. We always seem to have a bit of there was the Ten Hag game, wasn't there, which sealed his fate, really. There was the Ragnick game, which Ten Hag was at, which was a fucking awful game. So we've just got a bit of a history of being really piss poor against Crystal Palace. So
we beat them already, though.
Yeah, we've beaten this season, so that's a positive. We've got a few.
More time.
Yeah, there you go. Joshua Xerxes. What a goal that was as well! Like what a goal that was.
Yeah, it was him and Mount, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like two players who probably won't play on Sunday, so it's interesting. But just looking at their squad, you mentioned Munoz, you mentioned Adam Wharton, obviously Strand Larson and stuff. Who's the sort of danger threat for them? Who's the one player you look at and go, we need to stop him because he's going to cause.
I think Sa and Pino for me.
No, the two.
Yeah, them two. Those two and Wharton as well, but them two, Sa and Pino. Yeah, they kind of. Yeah. Those are the ones we need to look out for. The 3-5-2 thing, right? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think, obviously, they don't apply it the same way Amarim applied his.
Yeah.
And I don't think Will Hughes and Adam Wharton are as isolated as our 2 centre midfielders used to be. But I think with the way we play and on the work rate, especially if we have Ahmad and Mbeumo, we might be able to overwhelm them.
Yes.
And I think we might find space in behind. But we're home, so they might sit back. So it's one of those ones. I tried to think about it today. I was like, man, this one scares me. Like,
you probably won't know until it kick off, will you? Like once we kick off and you see the shape and how they're lining up and stuff, and then you're like, oh, that's what they've done. They've done this.
Yeah.
And it's like
the only saving grace or the only thing that kind of gives me a little bit of comfort is Carrick has shown that he learns from like mistakes and stuff. Like, so Šeško came in against West Ham, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to the end or 15 minutes. Against Everton, it was a lot earlier.
Yeah, 58 minutes, I think.
Something like that, yeah. And he said it as well. And we see certain adjustments like that he makes during the game, so he changes things. So him and his backroom staff have given me that confidence where I know that they'll be able to apply certain things to allow us to adapt to whatever Palace has put up for us.
There's also the thing about the corner set piece thing, didn't we? You mentioned with Johnny Evans and stuff where they cut it back to Mbeumo on the edge of the box and he slices it into the back of the net, which is something we've not seen from United in for a long time, I don't think. So that's something obviously that's been worked on in training.
Yeah. We almost scored one like that with Luke Shaw against West Ham, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka was in there. So
sorry, that was swallowing me tea. Let's move on to your 11s. Your starting 11, Chivy. Talk us through it. No changes. You're going with the same one.
Yeah, same one.
Why do you think? Why do you think that?
I don't know. It's just the winning teams. No need to change it just yet.
You think Martinez will be back? Martinez will be back.
Oh shit! Did I say Martinez? I'm sure I said Euro.
Oh, did you say Euro? Sorry, I'll actually. But do you think? Just a question. Do you think Martinez will be back in? Because he said about a week or so, or would you just go with Euro anyway? Just to.
I might just go with Euro because I'm not 100% sure. If Martinez is fit, I'm going with Martinez 100%. Yeah. I can see Glasner being a little bit brave. I don't think he's going to try and sit back, especially when he's having like a fallout with the board at Palace.
Yeah,
he might see this as some sort of audition for the job. He might want to make a statement.
Sure.
So he probably won't sit back. And if he if they open up, you want a player like Martinez on the ball because he can
Yes.
fizz those passes in.
100%.
He's a catalyst for a lot of attacks, a lot. If you remember the Ahmad one against Man City, that was him.
Yes.
He laid the pass to Dogu and then Bruno and then Dogu and then Bruno and then Dogu again for the Arsenal game. So he's one of them. He's one of them ones. So yeah, if he's fit, I'll go with that. But then I just went with the team because I just think rather be cautious. There's no need. We don't have to be hasty in bringing in Šeško. If they break us down, if things get difficult, then bring him on.
Yeah,
bring him on, and he will score. There's a bigger possibility of him scoring against a tired defense.
Yes,
than him starting and then them just being stodgy.
Yeah,
you have all the defenders all 100% fit already. So they're heightened, but then I'd prefer it when their concentration is kind of waned. They're a bit more tired, and then you bring on a meat shield like
meat shield.
Yeah, he's
I've not heard that phrase before. Meat shield. It's funny. Let's go on to my 11, shall we? Is it going to change for me? It's not going to change, is it? No, it's not going to change. Perfect. Let's get Chivies, rid of Chivies, and let's try mine again. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, technology. Yeah, I've gone a bit different. So I've sort of took Dalot out just because I think he looked like he was tiring a bit against Everton towards the end. So I think maybe we bring Maz in just for a big thing. We have got a midweek game this week as well. So maybe then Dalot plays in that. And then I've put Šeško in just because I think the guy has been scoring his balls off. So let's give him a start. Like I would like to see him start and see what he can do. But I could equally see it happening with you as well, Jivy, where he does stay on the bench again and exploits the tired defense. So I can see both of those options. I've gone Euro and Maguire, but again, if Leacher is back, then I'll happily put him in. And because like you said, his passing is thing, and everything else is unchanged. I've dropped Ahmad for Šeško just because I think I don't think he's been poor, but he's been not as good as the other front line. So that's the only reason I've dropped him. But again, Ahmad off the bench is a good option as well. The pace and the sort of trickery, so it's not a bad option either.
Yeah. It's a really good option if he comes off the bench. I think Ahmad's decision making has really disappointed me recently.
Yes.
But the intensity is there.
Yeah.
And he's really, there's been 2 occasions now where he's really, really pissed me off. Where Dalot has made a perfect run. Like there's no one in behind. And Dalot has read the screen, beat the offside trap, and Ahmad just doesn't give him the ball, just pulls it back. It happened against Fulham. It happened against Fulham, and then it happened against West Ham as well. It's like, And then towards the end of the West Ham game as well, Ahmad had that chance. Like he had the ball, like he could have done something with it. And so I agree with you. He hasn't been productive. Let me just use that word.
Yeah.
But he's been very, very important to our shape. He's done a lot of work defensively. The overloads, he's been brilliant with that. He comes and helps Dalot a lot of times. Helps Mbeumo as well. So yeah, it's good to see. But
it'll be interesting to see the lineup anyway. Sports Obsessed in the chat saying Šeško for Ahmad will start this time around. We do have a midweek game against Newcastle. Yeah, that was my thinking as well when I was doing.
I didn't think about that as well. Yeah, I actually didn't think about that. But I think he might be. Are we playing away, Newcastle?
Newcastle, away. Yeah,
all right.
St James's Park. So be interesting game. T2. In fairness to Ahmad, the risking giving Dalot the ball in the third is that Dalot will have the ball in the final third.
That's true. I mean, but recently, Dalot under Carrick has been a different Dalot.
He's improved, man. He's definitely improved.
He's been different. You can't like it's. I feel really bad for some of these players because it's terrible when you judge them based on what they were before. Like Šeško under Amorim was just hopeless. Like
anonymous. He was just anonymous, wasn't he?
He was on his way to being a flop. Like that was and under Carrick different. Patrick Dogu under Carrick different. Like these players, like you can't judge them based on what they've done before. Like in this new system where it brings out the best out of all of them, then you have to look at them differently. But yeah, I get it. Like, it's probably PTSD. Like, he doesn't want to give him the ball.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going around with Amarin and what's gone on. But yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, like, the two sides we've picked, I think, are strong sides. And if we play to the potential that we've seen under Carrick, I think we'll get a win here. But speaking of wins and draws, Chivies, time to put your neck on the line. What are you feeling? Score predictions, please.
I know about scores, but I think we'll win this.
Okay.
I think we just have too much for them. I think our attacking players are just. It's just going to be too much. Like, they can't outscore us. That's the fact. Like,
it's true. Yeah.
And I'm just basing it off what I've seen, the performances we've been doing. We're at home.
Yeah.
I don't see it going any other way. It might be a 1-0. It might be like a 2-1 or 2-0.
Interesting.
So yeah,
but United win.
Tough one, but
you're going with United win though.
I'm going with United win.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to go United win as well. I think 2-0. I think we've been quite good defensively. Le Mans has been on fire and stuff, and yeah, hopefully we can get a win and continue this sort of push into Champions League. We've got 3 points ahead of Chelsea. I think we're 3 points behind Villa as well. So depending on what happens to those two teams at the weekend as well, maybe we can sort of get further away from Chelsea or get closer to the Villa. Like, let's see what happens.
Chelsea play Arsenal.
So that might be
away.
That might be a sort of thing where we get 6 points ahead of Chelsea, which could be beneficial for us for sure in securing top 4.
I don't even want to dream about that.
No, we'll keep our feet on the ground for now, but let's see what happens. T2 saying my skin rash has improved doesn't mean I'm still happy to have it. Just not having that.
How does he come up with it?
I thought he's just not having him. Sports has said, our decision maker has been shocking. When he has to pass, he'll shoot. When he has to shoot, he'll pass. Remember that chance versus West Ham? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Sports Seb saying 2-0 United. Dallow's been cooking both defensively and offensively. That Šeško miss would have given him his props. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But yeah, people feeling positive about it. Let us know in the comments. If you're watching this live or you're watching this after the fact, your score predictions, you predicted 11s. That would be cool. If you want to follow us on social media, let's see if this works. Yes. If you want to follow us on social media, you can do so on Instagram, TikTok, and X. All Real Reds Talk on there. So please do go follow us for the latest news, quotes, and what have you. We've also got merch, which I am wearing right here. Chivy, you got your hoodie on, or have you got a different hoodie on today?
A different hoodie.
A different hoodie. But yeah, Chivy has got the hoodie as well. So yeah, mugs, cap, hoodie. We announced our winner of our competition. He should get his stuff shortly as well. So yeah, there might be more competitions in the future. So please do go check out the website. Everything's linked in the description. And yeah, Chivy, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, cool. Nice one.
We'll see you all tomorrow. We've got Carl Anker on the show tomorrow, which will be a really interesting tactical chat, I'm sure. And then, yeah, the usual previews and stuff on Sunday for the game. So, yeah, we'll see you all.